What's going on, everybody? Here's my little elbow. There's Chrissy.
Morning.
Good morning. What's up, Chrissy?
Oh, you know, just getting ready to go.
What kind of good stuff did you bring? Ooh.
Bass Pro Shop.
Perfect. All right, well, let's get this bad boy in the water.
You want me to go grab it?
Something, and I would definitely say your elected officials, write them, call them, do whatever you need to do. Those of you listening, because
Birds are catching dead fish.
naturally occurring.
So this is our friend Zach from Tampa Bay offshore fishing, and he's talking about the red tide, guys. And if you probably won't be able to see, but everywhere you look, there's dead fish floating.
There's one right there now.
So the red tide is here in full effect. And I don't know that they're going to admit that it has something to do with the Piney Point incident, but we haven't seen it this bad maybe ever. And it's worse even further north.
In the bay, it's terrible.
Yep, there's grouper, gag grouper, Goliath grouper, tarpon, you name it. It's bad, guys. I gotta tell you, man, it just upsets me because you've got these storage ponds that a couple different companies have used over the years.
They're called gyp stacks. They're these big lakes that they basically build a dam around, and they're elevated lakes, and they store gypsum there, which is a byproduct of mining phosphate, which phosphate's used in all the fertilizer production, but the remnants of it, gypsum, has radioactive materials in it that sits in the bottom of the lakes. And then they had a liner breach at the Piney Point stack, and which it's been an ongoing issue since the 80s that they just never bothered to fix. So they were worried of an imminent collapse
Caused catastrophic,
Yeah,
so they would have lost several ponds at that point, and millions of millions of gallons.
And there's a bunch of homes in that area. Instead of flooding those homes out, they said, well, the best thing to do, instead of trucking it out or whatever, is they just pumped it into Tampa Bay.
They emergency evacuated it
480 million gallons of gypsum,
which is
pumped into Tampa Bay,
like steroids
for red tide.
So
red tide is a living algae, and it basically, so fertilizer byproducts fuel the stuff. So when they pumped all that stuff in there, there was no red tide at the time. But as soon as the red tide got there, it just exploded, because it's food for it. It's fuel for it. So as soon as the red tide got into Tampa Bay, it just blew up, and it's made its way all the way north of Pinellas, and now it's all the way down to Inglewood. So pretty much there's like a 100-mile stretch of beaches that are just covered in it right now.
in it. Mullet?
That's a red.
It's a redfish. So they just started opening redfish and snook
June 1st.
June 1st.
And they just closed it
And they
again
just
yesterday.
closed it again. That was from the 2017-18 red tide. My biggest problem is, guys, is where our government is spending their money. Rather than figure out a solution, it's like Ben said, since the 80s, they just left that stuff there. Eventually something was gonna fail, and in fact it did. So they let these companies that were using these ponds and making millions or billions of dollars off of their product, and they leave behind this byproduct, rather than making them responsible in some shape or form
to dispose of it or
get rid of it, fix the problem. We'll just dump it in to Tampa Bay. And let me tell you what, there's bait shops, there is charter captains who are still out there trying to make a living. There's everybody that is, you know, people that live off what the ocean, or I should say the Gulf, provides.
Not to mention the tourists.
There's in the tourists, they can't even use the beaches right now because they're covered in dead fish.
This is a super popular area for tourists all over the country to come to, and it smells like crap.
Yep. And guess what? If that don't equate to billions of dollars to this economy, I'm not sure what the government's thinking, where they spend their money sometimes. about taking care of what's right here in your own backyard. And that's the part that frustrates me the most. So anyhow, there's no red tide offshore, so we're gonna head out there and see what we can find. But I just had to rant because I am, to say the least, pissed about all this. Anyhow. All right, well, look who's on board with us today. Holy shnikes, walk it down the rail. Greenbacks, baby. Have that water lit up like a disco ball. Black it out, babe, black it out. All right, we need hands.
Scoopers, we need scoopers.
So let me do a quick introduction because I always forget to do that. We've got our friend Victor, who was friends with Javi. You guys may remember him. And then of course you guys know Big Ben here. We call him Big Ben because our youngest son is Ben.
Howdy.
And his beautiful significant other, Chrissy. Brandon, they're blowing up over here to the right of the boat.
Wow.
And this girl right here we just picked up. She was wanting to go fishing. She was in the parking lot with her thumb out saying, anybody take us? But that's Ellie. And there is actually still some bait here, guys, but north of us, a lot of this stuff is dead. Nice throw, bait.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You got another one.
What a shame. Here's the situation, okay? We're out, we catch all this bait, but there's no oxygen in the water, or at least there's oxygen in the water, but the red tide gets in their gills and then they can't process the oxygen, or it displaces the oxygen. So we quite literally 2 minutes ago threw these shiners in here, and look, maybe 20 of them are alive out of 1,000. Yay for the red tide.
Yep.
So this is all for naught, probably.
Coming through well. Put it in the well. Put it in the well. There you go. Keep it down low.
So we need to get into open water, guys, because they ain't gonna live. We just saw some mahi cruising by the boat. That's not what Brandon has. He's bottom fishing, but we threw a couple shiners out.
Stick should be on the dashboard usually.
I see him.
Oh, shark, shark.
Get him up.
Where's the shark?
Oh,
Oh yeah, there is a big old shark down there. We might keep bait.
I'm thinking.
What Ellie caught? Little peanut mahi.
That's awesome.
We were hoping. Now in the Gulf, no size limit. Wow, this is scoping. Look at this.
Gripping my hand.
Put him right in the cooler.
Here goes.
Look at him change colors. What is that?
What?
Got me on. Still nice stuff.
Oh, all right. Oh, well.
I'm on.
Brandon's got one.
Yes! That's bigger.
Looks like it could be decent.
That was the first one with the fish I caught.
Did you get any of the chips in your mouth?
Oh, nice grouper.
Oh, that's a keeper.
Hey, sargassum me.
Ellie's more, she likes catching all the bugs.
Lime green.
Look at. Yow, ow, yow.
Ooh, I don't think
Good
that's
job,
a keeper.
Chrissy.
Thank you.
All right, how's it going?
I don't think he's a keeper.
19.
He's probably 19.
Hey, Chrissy, you're still the only one in your house that's got one in the...
Full lasso all the way around.
That's why he fought like
That takes
that.
practice, guys.
Did we find him, you think, Ben?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a grouper or a snapper though. It's just kind of sandbagging me now, but man, right off the bat, he hammered it.
Well, we're just kind of bouncing around using the bottom machine. Oh, put it right back down, kid. Oh, nice red grouper. Oh yeah, buddy. Fatty.
Right by the lips. Look at right by the lip skin.
Nice. Good job,
Here,
bud.
Steve.
I was gonna go to the store and buy like $25, $30
Got
of
'em.
frozen fish
Thank
today,
you.
but I guess I'm not.
Really?
I'll take
That's it. You can have the lanes, brother. How about you just catch a big old grouper like that? What you got, B? Other than a sunburn?
You might keep it.
Yeah, he's 20.
Yeah? Yeah, he is.
Where's the measurer?
He's got it right there.
Yeah, he's
21.
Nice. Good job, B. Front cooler, man. What is that? A little Almaco?
Banded rudder.
No, that's an Almaco. No way.
Keep him coming. Another grouper. Another keeper grouper.
Look at all the
Look at the
mahi
mahi
following
following him up.
him.
There you go. Right around the
Close.
same 21. He's probably the same.
He felt bigger because he was hooked in the cheek.
Yeah, I was just dragging the tag.
There's a mahi, but he won't eat it, huh?
No, they only like it if it's moving.
Well, I can arrange
See?
that. I'm gonna get a bucktail going or something.
I got a bucktail right now. Look at all these peanut dolphin guys. We're over here playing with a little baby dolphin and Brandon's catching the bottom fish.
You can see him coming up. That's a really nice grouper.
Look at all the mahi. There he is, baby.
Attaboy,
Good
Pete.
job. Hey, we better start counting them, huh?
That's 3 for 3 right there.
Yeah, that's your best one of the day, bro. Hey, give it to me, baby. Good job, buddy.
Oh. See if I can get it.
How fun are these little dolphins, man?
Drop it. He was literally came out of the water for it. Who did? The mahi.
Yeah, the afternoon bite's kicking up, man.
Coming in backwards.
What'd you do, Brandon?
Snagged the mahi.
Well, he probably struck at it, and
Yeah, swiped.
good job, buddy.
Oh, that's his skin.
Wait, what's the pretty side?
Oh.
How fun is this, though? Look at that.
Swing him this
Leave
way.
him in the water and let him light up for us here. Look at them all. Look at all his brothers and sisters fall. Look at the colors, guys.
That's the smallest one so far.
Here, let's release him in the water,
yeah,
B.
yeah, for sure.
That is wild, man.
How small he is?
I let that sink for like 20 seconds,
Let
Ben.
me see, Daddy.
Yeah.
Look at the colors.
The stripes, the dot.
Fill in the box with peanuts.
Literal peanut.
Yeah, he kind of
They
tiny.
fight for their size, that's for sure.
Yeah, they do. What'd you catch, Vic?
Saving turtles.
They're everywhere out here. Every trip, we could do this 10 times. Check this out. We're at Ben and Chrissy's. I know you guys on the East Coast, you catch them all the time, and they catch big ones out in the Gulf, but come right down through the whole fillet. Get rid of the ribs. Not much of a fillet, but it's a fillet.
It's a sandwich.
And it's mahi. These pin bones out. I done lost my voice.
Got a little sporty on the way in.
Yes.
So to communicate, we had to scream at each other.
Oh, it was brutal. And winds were no less than 30 mile an hour. Went through a huge storm. There we go.
surf fillet.
Guess what?
There's a sandwich. So we're gonna pretend we're as fancy as Steve and say that this is extra virgin olive oil, but it's probably peanut oil or something. I don't know. It's oil. There's oil in a pan.
There you go. Okay, who is that?
Chef Paul. So you put a pretty healthy coating of this stuff on.
Blackened, guys. That's what we're going for here. That stuff smells so good.
Yeah, it does. When you can smell seasoning right out of the jar,
Yep.
and it makes you hungry, that's good seasoning.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Yummy.
I don't know if you guys can see me, but I'm very purple right now.
You are burnt to a crisp. It happens, man.
I'm also tired.
We are all tired. Although I only got up at 5 this morning. Usually I get up a little earlier than that, so. Onion, tomato, and lettuce. All right, Ben just flipped the fish. Here we go. Face down. Man, look at that.
There we go.
Woo! That's warm. So we get a little bit of tartar sauce. I wish I'd had more time. I'd have made some fresh stuff, but now all right. And some nice romaine. Get rid of that.
See, we're the opposite. I would have got rid of the green leafy end.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's come over to here with the green leafy end. Oh my goodness, dude. All right, Brandon, before you fall asleep, come here, man. Look at him. He's sleeping on the rug. I know. It's getting like way late.
That looks good.
Let's put the lid on this thing.
It's not late. We only got to the ramp at 7 in the morning. It's only, oh, I don't know, midnight.
Yeah. Look at that, though. We're talking peanut mahi.
Cheers.
Oh my gosh, that looks really good, guys.
It's pretty good.
She's
Don't
gonna put me into food coma.
You're already in coma.
Yeah.
Let me have a bite.
Follow up.
Just take it from him, girl. Yum.
Yeah, that's good. I like that there's nobody here to eat half of my sandwich.
Right. We got more to go, guys.
Just waiting for Chrissy to get up and be like, on second thought.
It's a fun day.
Yeah.
Turned out to be good. It started out slow, but finished very strong. The sunburn, though, yeah, that's not good.
I told him it looks like one of those old school bobbers that you used to bass fish with when you were a kid.
Let's show them. Let's show everybody.
Thumbnail.
And it's red on the bottom and white on the top, so you can see it when a bluegill bites.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this one. And I guess, we're going to see you in the next one. We are
I'm passing out.
out.